How's it going, guys? This is Mark with Tech. In this video, we're going to check the original folding phone. So when the Galaxy Fold came out a couple months ago and then got taken back a couple months ago, I remembered my first smartphone almost. It was the LG enV3. This phone was smart to me because it had two screens, had a full QWERTY keyboard, it had a built-in web browser. You could do so many things with this that I didn't even know how to do. And I remember this specifically because it had two screens, just like the Galaxy Fold. One tiny one on the front, one bigger one on the inside. And while the screen did not technically fold, it was still a folding phone. It's actually pretty cool for around the 2009 time tech. It was pretty interesting. So I got one right here. We're going to unbox it, check it out, and look at the original folding phone. So this is in maroon. It is a Verizon phone. This is what I used for a couple of years back in 2009. So it's got an LA Kings skin on it from Skinit. And we'll take a look at that in a second, the folding part of that. Inside the box, you don't get a ton. You get more now, surprisingly. Got a power brick. And for 2009, it was kind of cool. This had a micro USB connector on it. Back then, every single thing had its own unique connector that you could never find replacements of. It was very weird. And this is something you don't get today. A whole huge array of booklets. Got our entire user guide here. This is our quick start guide, which is much smaller, but you can see, look at that, how old this phone is by the way the people look. Even right here, we got the iMac G5. It's a really old picture, probably older than this phone. 2009. I think we're already to aluminum iMacs. So yeah, this information's old, but that's not what we're checking out. We're here for this, the LG enV3. Now this wasn't the original folding phone. The enV and enV2, as well as the enV Touch, were both folding phones, but this is the one that I use, what I remember. We'll turn this on and take a look at it. So on the front, we've got a tiny little screen right there, along with your number pad. You could text through there as well. We're going to take a look at the continuity feature, which is on the Galaxy Fold, where you start something on one screen, you finish it on the other. On the back, we got a 3 megapixel camera along with our flash, removable battery, and we got a 2.5 millimeter headphone jack, well, with a micro SD card slot for expansion. I believe up to 16 gigabytes is the maximum you could do. Got volume buttons, a Bixby button in the case of the Galaxy Fold, or a camera button on here. The phone does lock on its own. It's kind of cool. You just press the OK button to unlock. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Here we go. There it is, right there. The folding phone. Got a whole keyboard. We've even got the Q, W, E, S, and 2 keys labeled. I guess it's kind of like gaming, maybe. I don't know. I never gamed on these phones. We have stereo speakers on the side, a screen in the middle, not touchscreen, but the enV Touch was a touchscreen. Got our directional pads, and it's actually a pretty cool little thing. So I want to show you the continuity feature on here. So if we go ahead and open up something like contacts, then I can go to this screen and it will take you right to contacts. So yes, things that are on the Galaxy Fold are even on this phone, which is kind of cool. The operating system is not amazing. You got your sounds, your UI sounds for every single thing, including every single letter. And it's all the same sound, which is kind of annoying. We got contacts, recent calls, settings and tools, media center, messaging, and that's about it. If you take a look at tools, we can go down here to Notepad, and we'll make a new note, and we can actually start typing. Let's see how well this works, if we can do a lot of typing. These keys are very small. Now, certain things don't have continuity, and especially from the inside to the outside screen. If we're on a note, we go here, just takes you to the lock screen. So things don't work always the way on this phone. And if we open it back up, you can see we're gone. Our note is completely gone as well. It didn't save it at all. But one thing that's kind of cool is that this has different stages of folding. So we have it closed, of course. Then we can open it up and it will hold the screen in this place, or we can go completely flat. So it's almost like a media consumption type where you can have it propped up like that. Not something you get on the folding phone of the Galaxy Fold, which is kind of cool. And just like the Galaxy Fold, this is about 2 times the size of a normal phone. Got this phone, got iPhone XS Max. It's about double the thickness, just like the Galaxy Fold. But of course, this thing is much smaller, and there's really not a lot to it. You could use the tiny little screen on the front if you wanted to, but of course, you would always want to use the inside screen because it's a lot better to use. You really just use the outside for calls. If you want to use any messaging or other media consumption, use the inside, which is just like the Galaxy Fold. So it's kind of interesting that the folding phone of flip phone times is used in this similar way and fashion to the folding phones of now. So it's kind of interesting what you can do. That's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you my first folding phone, the LG enV3. It's pretty cool. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark with Tech, and I will see you in the next one.